Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to talk about a simple way to upgrade your English, to take it from just basic and functional to sounding really professional and confident at work. We're going to break down a framework that will help every single word you say build your credibility. So, let's dive right in.
So, does this sound familiar? You're in a meeting, you know what you're talking about, but you have this little voice in your head worrying that maybe your English sounds a bit, well, simple. You're getting your point across, sure, but you want to do more than that. You want to make an impact.
And this right here shows you the difference perfectly. On the left, I don't agree. I mean, it's direct, but it can sound a little blunt, right? It kind of shuts the conversation down. But look at the right. That phrase opens a door. It's polite, it's constructive, and it shows you want to collaborate. That is the upgrade we're aiming for.
So how do we actually get from that basic level to being truly effective? You might think it takes years and years of practice, but honestly, the secret is a lot simpler than that. It's really just a shift in how you think about your words, and we're going to break it all down.
First things first, let's just get one thing straight. This is not about memorizing the dictionary. You don't need to learn a bunch of complicated $5 words that you're never going to use. The goal isn't to sound complicated, it's to sound competent and clear. And here it is. The secret is what I call the professional polish principle. It all comes down to these three things. Every time you upgrade a phrase, you're just adding one or more of these elements. You're being more polite, more detailed, or more collaborative. Polite, detailed, collaborative. Just burn those three words into your brain.
Okay, enough with the theory, right? Let's see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to take some of the most common things you probably say every single day at the office and give them a quick polish. Take a look at this. Send me details kind of sounds like an order, doesn't it? But watch what happens when you add kindly and at your earliest convenience. Boom! It's instantly a polite request. It shows respect for the other person's time, and that makes a huge difference.
Oh, I love this one. It's all about showing ownership. I will do the work is fine, but I will take responsibility. That is so much more powerful. It tells everyone you're not just checking a box. You are fully committed to getting this done right. That's a quality that gets you noticed.
This one is a game changer. I don't know is a total conversation killer. It just stops everything. But the advanced version, it turns a dead end into a promise. You're still being honest, but you're also providing a solution. You're showing that you're proactive and you're a team player.
See what's happening here? A demand becomes a suggestion. And by adding that little phrase, to discuss this matter in detail, you're giving the meaning a purpose. You're telling everyone, hey, I respect your time, and this is going to be a focused, useful conversation.
Okay, so we've covered the daily stuff. Now let's raise the stakes a bit. This whole principle becomes even more important when you're in those tricky situations. You know, disagreements, mistakes, or just sensitive topics.
Whoa, you are wrong. That just immediately puts people on the defensive, right? It's like starting a fight. But look at the alternative. It softens it, frames it as just your point of view, and then you politely ask to share it. You're inviting a discussion, not a battle.
Nobody likes the blame game. The basic version here is just pointing a finger. But the advanced version, it's way more diplomatic. It focuses on the problem, not the person, and it uses softer words like I believe and might have to take the sting out of it.
Let's just pause on this one again, because honestly, it is the gold standard. Respectfully disagree shows you've heard them, but the real magic is that second part, and would like to propose an alternative. That shows you're not just here to point out problems, you're here to find solutions.
So what happens when the mistake is actually yours? Well, this is my mistake is okay, but the polished version is so much better. Sincerely acknowledge shows you really mean it, and promising to correct it immediately builds trust because you're already focused on the fix.
So you're probably seen the pattern by now. It really is all about being a little more polite, a little more detailed, and a little more collaborative. But how do you actually start doing this? Let's make it super, super simple.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Do I have to memorize this giant list of sentences? And the answer is absolutely not. That's not how real improvement works. You don't get better by memorizing. You get better by building a new habit.
We're just going for a slow, steady change. You know, it's like learning to play the guitar. You don't try to play a whole rock concert on day one. You practice one chord, then maybe a simple song. We're going to do the exact same thing with our language.
So here's your action plan. It's incredibly simple. Step 1, just listen to yourself for a day or two. What's one basic phrase you tend to use a lot? Maybe it's, I don't know. Step 2, choose an upgraded version we talked about. Step 3, use it. Just make it a goal to use that new phrase one time this week. That's it. One small change is all it takes to get the ball rolling.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's the one phrase you're going to upgrade first? Just picking one is the very first step to making sure your professional voice is just as powerful and impressive as your ideas. Thanks for tuning in.